All right, guys, what's going on? Checking back in with you. The last Mike thought for 2021, and I want to leave some thoughts with you, some nuggets with you. This is something that I try to do every year. I'm not a big New Year's resolution guy. I always try to look at like, what can I do? How can I build upon what I did last year to improve myself? How can I challenge myself to be better to be a better version than I was in 2021? How can I be a better version in 2022? So a couple of nuggets I have um, is being honest with yourself. A lot of times, we go through life and we do things, and a lot of times we don't want to be honest with ourselves and be like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I don't need to do this. And sometimes you make decisions and choices so fast. Yeah, sometimes you making me wish you could take them back, but sometimes it's just not the case. So I try to be more honest with myself as I get older. Like, what am I really doing? Like, before I make a decision, like, what is this decision going to lead to? What's the cost associated with this decision? Now, again, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. I've made mistakes. Sometimes they happen so fast, you have this slip up or you have that one off. I call it like a one off mistake. You make a mistake, and it's like, you know what? I messed up. Nobody else did. I take accountability for that. That's being honest with yourself. I messed up, but I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I slipped up. I threw an interception. I don't want to throw that same interception again. One thing an older guy told me I work with, he said, one key to living is try not to make the same mistake twice. You'll be all right. And I thought he was crazy when he first told me that, but when you actually apply that to your life, try not to make the same mistake twice, and that will take you a long way. And another thing I want to tell you is things you did in 2021, mistakes, successes. Don't let anybody hold your mistakes over your head or your trials, your tribulations. Don't let anybody dangle that over your head. We all make mistakes. We all slip. That's part of life. And I guarantee you, if you think about it, you learn more from your trials and tribulations and mistakes than you do your wins. Because if you're always winning, what do you need to change? What do you need to improve on? But if you make mistakes, you slip up, you say, okay, I'm gonna tighten up this, I'm gonna tighten up that, I'm gonna make the adjustment here, I'm gonna make the adjustment there, and then now you starting to go full sled ahead. So second point is what can I be more consistent at? Now, this is one thing I really think about is everybody is consistent at something. You just have to find out what it is and build around it or build upon it, especially if it's the good stuff. Now, the crazy, silly stuff, you don't want to be consistent at that, but we all have flaws. Nobody's is like full of positives. Some people we got negatives somewhere hidden, and sometimes we try to hide them, sometimes we try to mask them. But you want to be consistent at the positive things that you bring. You want to build on that consistency because most of the time that's what you're known for. What are you consistent at? Matter of fact, your consistent behavior, your consistent patterns will communicate more about who you are than if you was to talk about or say who you are. Because most people don't know you personally enough to know that who you really are, but your patterns, your decisions, your choices says a lot. It communicates a lot about who you are. So really try to think about, I know for me, I really try to think about consistency. What can I be more consistent at, or can I build on something that I'm already consistent at to make that consistency even stronger? Because I guarantee you, the more consistent that you get, the more opportunities that come your way, the more doors that you'll see start opening up. I mean, it's almost like your consistency will precede you because it gets out. Hey, so and so is consistent, man. You might need to give him a look. So and so is this. You might need to check him out. Telling you consistency speaks volumes for who you are. It's just what do you want to be consistent at? My next nugget is, how do I level up from where I'm at now? You know, for me, this is for me, I always think about what's the next move. You know, sometimes you get small victories, you get small wins, great. But I always think about, okay, what's the next move on the chessboard? What's the next move now? I got that move out the way. What's the next move? Um, I think that's just how my brain works. I'm an analytical person. I always try to make better moves. Always since I was younger, I tried to be like that. But even when I fall down, even when I slip, I get up, dust myself off, make the adjustment. What moves did I make to get here? So if I even get close to getting to this point again, I can catch myself and say, okay, I've been here before, so let's not go down this road again because I already know what it leads to. I want you to reflect on 2021 and take the adjustments and the tweaks and go into 2022 and have a solid, great year. Improve. Don't let nobody hold something over your head that happened in the past. Don't beat yourself up about the past. We all have one. We all been through things. But the greatest thing you can do is use it as a learning experience to gain wisdom from your thoughts, decisions, wins, losses, to become a better person, to improve. I don't look at what another person can do. I try to look at Mike. What can Mike do to get better? What can I do? And I always think about yourself. Like, how can I improve myself? How can I present a better product of myself to the world when I leave out the house, be a better person? Because we all have things we can improve on. Everybody does. We can improve on something. It's just all about, can you be honest with yourself? And can you tell yourself, like, I really need to improve on this, I need to improve on this, I need to improve on this. Everybody has something to work on. Everybody can improve on something. I want to be a better dad. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better brother to my friends. I want to be a better whatever I'm associated with. I want to be known as being consistent. I want to be when somebody can be a reliable person, just be able to say, you know what, this guy's gonna be on time, this guy's gonna take care of his business, you know, bottom line. And one thing to think about is when you're going into this 2022 that I really gotta say, especially to the youth, middle-aged people, I'm saying I'm 38, everybody does not operate the same. You know, things you may do, it may not align with somebody else, and things they may do may not align with you. But that doesn't mean that we got to have a disagreement because what I do doesn't align with what this person does. Like an apple don't align with an orange, but that don't mean they can't butt heads. There's apples and oranges. You can't compare the two. A lot of times people try to project what they do, their way of life, on another person, or they use that as a measuring stick, but that other person is not that person. Like an apple can't put its lifestyle on an orange, and an orange can't put its lifestyle on an apple. That's all I'm saying. Understand what you do, what you're good at, what you do, work on your time, and get things done on your time instead of worrying about the perception of what somebody else is thinking, what somebody else wants you to do. Always make a plan for you and who you're covering, who's up under you. If you're a provider, your husband, do it to the best of your ability to your household. Don't try to compete with other people. Don't try to be like somebody else. Be yourself. If you have a good pattern, good example, follow that example. But guess what? Everybody may not be a good example. You have to know what's good, what's bad, what you can intake, what you can't intake. Some people will try to gauge you off of what they know, off of what they've done, But guess what? Times change. Everything's not the same. What was going on in the 80s and 90s is not the same in the 2000s. Going into this new year, things change. Think about the NBA. The NBA used to be a half-court game, dribble the ball, run plays, give it down to the big man, score the ball. Now, the NBA game is wide open. Everybody's shooting threes from half court, the logo threes and stuff like that. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen, whether you want it to or not. Some things don't change, but some things do. Generations, it's changing generations. What was valuable to one generation may not be as valuable to the next generation. But understanding where you are in this generation or this world, what you do, what you're good at, what you're talented at. Because a lot of times, a lot of people may not want you to shine, may not want you to bring your talents out because they may not like that. But you have to understand that you're not going to let somebody else come between you and your success and what you're doing based on what they think. Some people don't even know your whole situation, but they would try to say that you're not doing something because it's not what they want. And at the end of the day, it's all about what you're doing, the people around you, they know what you're doing, and that's all that matters. Know what your circle is, know who's in your circle, know who your support is, and understand that, the way that you move, as long as you're doing good things, don't let somebody else try to deter you from the way that you move and try to improve yourself. Take this year to improve yourself. How can I be better? That's what I'm going to do. How can Mike be better? What can Mike do to be better? How can I be better? That's what I'm going to do. Self-improvement, not New Year's resolution, because everybody make resolutions, but by February, you almost forgot what you made a resolution about. But you can always work on your improvement. How can I be better? What can I improve on? This is Mike. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you have a great New Year. Have a great 2022. I wish success for everybody. I'm sharing my thoughts. This is Mike, and I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you.